We're back with another 2021 rookie profile. Is Rondale Moore a heat seeker? Watch and find out. Brad with RotoHeat and RookieDraftGuide.com. Welcome back to the channel. If you haven't subscribed before, why not? What a better chance than doing it right now. If you have, thank you. Hit the like button. Let's get this thing up to 200. Don't forget to check out RookieDraftGuide.com. Today we're talking about Rondale Moore, wide receiver, Purdue. Is he a top 5 rookie wide receiver? Let us know in the comments below. Rondale Moore, the 5'9", 175-pound speedster out of Trinity High School in Louisville, Kentucky, was kind of under the radar in the 2018 class when he came out. You know, ranked 229 nationally, 41 at the wide receiver position. You know, there wasn't a lot of hype surrounding him as he went into Purdue. Obviously, you know, speed was his element. You know, when looking at rivals and some of the 247s of the world, they rated him high for speed. He was a real speedy guy, and everything else was pretty good, other than the fact that he was just a smaller receiver. But in this day and age, you don't have to be 6'5". I mean, yeah, obviously it helps to be 6'5", but you don't have to be successful in college or at the pro level. And we saw that. So in 2018, Rondale Moore had a huge breakout campaign. 114 receptions in 13 games. 114 receptions in 13 games for 1,258 yards, 12 touchdowns. He also had 21 carries for 213 yards and 2 touchdowns. 11 yards per reception, 10 yards per rush. You can see it early on in his career that he is a guy that can be used very much in your Tyreek Hill role, and you'll hear people say that all the time because everyone's looking for the next Tyreek Hill. If you watched our Jalen Waddle video, which you should, I even said it then, they're looking at Waddle as the next Tyreek Hill type player. Everybody wants that gadget guy that can be moved all over the field and be a chess piece to attack a defense where they're most vulnerable, with speed to make the big play, and Rondale Moore has that in spades. Now, obviously, the biggest issue that we've seen is, look at his 2019-2020 stats. 4 games in 2019, 3 in 2020. Injuries have plagued this young man's career thus far after 2018, but when it comes to that type of speed, he's going to get drafted. There's going to be an opportunity for him at the next level. It's going to be interesting to see position value, where he goes, what type of offense they put him in. It'll be interesting to see how all that pans out. But in college, we saw what we needed to in 2018. He could do what you need him to do. He could run out of the backfield. They can give him, jet sweeps. They can get him the ball in space and let him make big plays, and he can become that at the next level. So the biggest question at hand, are you drafting Tyreek Hill? Are you drafting Tavon Austin? Because that's kind of the gamut that you see in this type of receiver, at his size, his speed. That's a really tough question to answer. Now, obviously, if you want to watch the film that the RotoHeat team watched, RookieDraftGuide.com's got it. Every player, we put the film that we've watched, or some of the film that we watched, so that you can see what we're seeing. There is a lot to like about Moore. If you want to see him kind of at his best, Vandy in 2019. If you want to see him at his worst, probably Nebraska this year. What you see is a guy that is very good at a lot of different things. His size and speed allows the big playability, allows him to move him around the formation, get him stuff out of the backfield, get him the jet sweeps, and all those things you would expect out of this type of receiver, the gadget receiver. But there's so much more to his game. He's a very intelligent guy. Now, obviously, one full season and a couple of partials, there's still some room to grow in that football IQ side of things, but he's a very smart young man. There's sky's the limit for him. As long as he can stay healthy and stay on the field, he really can develop into a really nice player. When looking through the guys' comments on the team, a lot of them had the same type of comments, a lot of the same type of feel on them. But obviously, check them out. Check out the team's ratings and rankings and their thoughts on these players over on the site. This guy, so some of the issues that you're going to have with this type of player is 5'9". So that wingspan is and that catch radius is smaller, obviously. Doesn't take a rocket scientist to say that a smaller guy's got a smaller wingspan. But when you look at some of the drops that he had, and it's very well documented in the film that we've watched, his drops were more so that the quarterback was throwing it kind of to the outer edges of his wingspan, and it just sucked. I mean, it is what it is. There wasn't much you can do about it. I don't necessarily put that so much on the receiver as I do the quarterback needing to know who you're throwing the ball to. So if you've got a guy who's not as large and that catch radius is just not as big, you got to give him an opportunity to go out and catch it. The great thing about Moore is that he has a solid route tree. He does a good job getting off his breaks, coming back to the line of scrimmage and doing some things that really can throw off the defensive back. He's patient with the ball in his hand, so he can make big things happen because he's not just trying to hurry up. He's very smart in that area of his game. And I think as long as he can stay healthy, you're going to get kind of a sneaky stash type receiver here. Now, obviously, last couple of years, the injuries have piled up on him. So teams might bump him down draft board slightly. So maybe he goes, late day 2 type player or something of that like. Well, maybe that slides down your rookie draft board and you can stash him on your taxi squad. I would encourage that if you can, because he's a very dynamic guy. I mean, you saw it even just if you looked at the 2018, and when you look at 2019, 2020, they're still trying to use him in the same way. He just didn't get as much action. And that's an exciting prospect, because if you can get a guy like that, he's probably never going to be a true wide receiver 1 per se, but every team needs a 2, a 3, needs guys that can come in and fill in and be playable on bye weeks, things like that. I mean, he gives you that opportunity. Maybe he comes in his special teams, and the type of league you're in does punt and kick return stuff, and he gives you that value immediately from the rip in those areas for bye weeks and things like that. I mean, you have to kind of think about your team and your makeup that way, and how does he fit in the short term and the long term picture of it. And that's what we here at RotoHeat and RookieDraftGuide.com are here to help you do. We're here to help you understand the player, the person, the character that you're getting with these individuals, where you can draft them. Our site, we are going to begin putting kind of where we expect them to be drafted in your rookie draft, so you kind of know where you have to get them if you want them, as well as the short and long game. Dynasty, part of our leagues, that's a long-term plan right there. So we want to help you be successful in those areas. So reach out to us. Let us know in the comments, is this guy one of your top 5 rookie wide receivers in this rookie fantasy class? And jump on Discord, jump on the Facebook community. Let's keep this conversation going. As we get more information, combine results, things like that, we are going to get that information to you guys. We're going to update our RookieDraftGuide.com site in real time. We're going to give you everything you need to know. We're going to give you as much as you can handle, and we're here to help. So reach out and let us know, and we'll talk to you guys again soon.